Sirius XM is committed to hiring veterans. Joining us now here in Boston is Walt Sanderson, Vice President, Employee Relations and Diversity Officer at Sirius XM. Walt, thanks so much for joining us here on Hiring America.
The pleasure's mine.
Tell us a little bit more about Sirius XM.
Well, we are the only provider of satellite-based radio communications, and we have a wide variety of quality programming on the talk, sports, and music side. And in addition, we provide other services like roadside assistance.
What skill sets do these veterans have that make them perfect candidates for these specific positions at Sirius XM?
Well, they were all telecommunications or satellite operations controllers in the military. We use a lot of the same technology in order to broadcast the best radio on radio via satellite. So the skills are directly transferable from the military to the things that we do in the civilian side.
With the technology always changing and advancing in your industry, do you see the demand for these veterans will only continue to grow as years progress here within the company?
Yeah, that's true. The demand is always going to go up because there's lots of folks who are involved in technology. There are civilian jobs in the government. There are other competitors in the civilian space. So these are great skills to gain if you're in the military still and you have an opportunity to study telecommunications. It's a great thing to do.
What has Sirius XM done to help the transition? Because as we mentioned, these veterans were transitioning straight from the service into Sirius XM.
Well, one of the things that really has eased the transition for these employees has been the fact that the hiring managers and the executive leaders as well are also former military. So they kind of understand exactly the quality of training that they've had in the past.
And tell us the advantage of being able to work with veterans working with veterans on the job in the civilian workforce.
There's an excellent orientation toward team building and getting the job done regardless of the adversity that may be facing you. We really appreciate that. When we have inclement weather, for example, and people just can't leave because a lot of the posts that they are operating under have to stay supported at all times. And they're very comfortable with understanding that that's an important thing to do.
How do you plan to continue to hire and recruit these veteran job seekers?
Well, we continue to work with the transition assistance programs at various military bases to get a pipeline. And I tell you, one of the things that's really helped us is our existing veteran population are great ambassadors to talk to people who are going to exit in the near future to encourage them to apply for opportunities with us.
How do you go about recruiting these veterans while they're still in the service, since it's such a quick transition for them?
The transition assistance programs that are at every major military base are very helpful, and they are also very committed to helping these veterans transition into civilian life. So using those offices is a big help for us.
For vets interested in a job at Sirius XM, where can they go?
www.siriusxm.com/careers.
Walt, thanks so much for joining us here on Hiring America.
You're quite welcome.